Hey there, fellow white shavers. Brian here at the White Shave Experience. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. Today's video, we'll be using Barrister Mann's Fougere Angelique, and this is an exclusive available only through Magritte razors. I will be matching it with the matching splash, and this is in the Omnibus base, so this is my first use of the new base from Barrister Mann, which is the Omnibus base. And we will be using the RazoRock Lupo 0.72 millimeter blade gap razor with a first use NASA blade in it. We have the Smilez for Miles purple brush, which goes perfectly with the Fougere Angelique. We're all lathered up in the Lancaster RazoRock's bowl. This is my first go with the Omnibus base, so lathered up really nice, really easy. I think I got a nice thick creamy lather. I might be a little bit underhydrated. I need to kind of work with the base a little bit more to kind of get that hydration level just perfect. But let's wet the face and get into the shave. This was one of my Christmas gifts from my mom. It's one I'd been wanting, and then it was sold out, and then it came back right before the holidays, this and Fougere Angelique, both in the Omnibus base. So happy to have it, happy to try the new base. I have not tried a lot of Barrister Mann, to be honest with you, so I'm not really gonna compare it to any of the other bases. I have used some Barrister Mann in the past, but if for some reason a lot of their scents for me are hit and miss. I know some people really love them, some people just don't like them. I think Barrister Mann is one of those artisans that does a lot of their own scenting and stuff, which is awesome. But sometimes that can come across in different ways for different people. I guess my point really is not so much that they're doing their own scents, but that some of their scents are somewhat polarizing. And I think you either like them or you don't. I think their basic scent lines, like their cool and spice and all that, is fairly more wide mass appealing. But then you can get into some of the other scents, which I think, kind of reach more of a niche audience in terms of scent, in my opinion. But, maybe I just like basic scents, I don't know. But this is an excellent, excellent scent. So the Lupo, so I'm going back. Yesterday I used the Gamechanger 0.84 gap. So the blade gap on that was slightly wider than the 0.72 millimeter blade gap on the Lupo. But I was asked by Tim to give him an opinion on which had more blade feel, and it had been a while since I used these razors. So I used the RazoRock Gamechanger 0.84 yesterday, RazoRock Lupo 0.72 today. So we'll get into that. So let's talk about the scent on this. Great scent. If you like citrus, this is definitely right up your alley. It is a Fougere, but if you don't like Fougere, don't let that scare you. It's really, really you get the lemon, the lime, and the neroli off the top. So if you like citrus, this scent would be, like I said, right up your alley. Scent notes are the lemon, the lime, the neroli, lavender, which if you watch my channel, you know I love lavender, geranium, sandalwood, and tonka bean. And then the base notes, you got cedar, balsam fir, smoldering flame, and oak moss. But what I get most off the top is definitely the citrusy. A lot of the base notes are very well blended and you don't pick out anything in particular. So it's a really nice base. It's not overly citrusy, but I'm really liking it. So I was excited to get this. I feel like the Fougere Angelique is not for me. I guess what I'll say, kind of going back to Barrister Mann, I think, total respect for what they do, but I think they put out some more risky scents. But they're doing what they want to do, and as an artisan, that is totally up to them how they want to do that. but I've tried a few of their different scents here and there, and I've just unfortunately had more misses than hits, but this is definitely a hit for me. So hope everybody's doing well, having a good week. It is Wednesday, third shave of the week this week. I don't know what's going on. Based on how I've been doing lately, this is like it's like some sort of record, recent record. All right, let's get into pass number 2. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're watching this for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button below. If you like anything you see, please hit that thumbs up button. I could have put a little more water in here. I feel it's a little pasty, but it is working. I work a little bit more water into it on my face maybe. But the base is really easy to work with. I've heard in the past some of the, I don't know if it was Excelsior base or the Reserve base was a little harder to dial in the lathering on one of those. I'm not sure which one, but this was definitely, as a bowl lather, very easy to lather. All right, so on the Lupo, the 72, I don't have, they have a 0.95, I think, blade gap. And I do not have that one. So I have the Gamechanger in the 0.68 and the 0.84, and then I have the Lupo in the 0.72. I honestly don't think I get much more blade feel. So blade gap is not the only way to judge blade feel or aggressiveness on a razor. You're gonna have two different razors with different blade gaps. And depending on the rest of the geometry of the top cap and the base plate, one could be a narrower blade gap but have more blade feel. So blade gap isn't the end all be all in terms of determining aggressiveness or blade feel. So I will say that there's maybe slightly more blade feel. Got a cat hair on there. These cats. Slightly more blade feel on the Lupo than the Gamechanger 84, but I wouldn't say it's significant. I'm gonna do a side-by-side shave, I think, with the two. It's still, to me, fairly mild razor. You probably might get more blade feel on the 0.95. I'm not sure. I think on all of these RazoRock razors, there is positive blade exposure. I don't know if the amount of blade exposure is different between the Lupo and the Gamechanger. So that could be a difference. Yeah, I definitely could have hydrated this lather. It is still working just fine, but man, it's so thick and creamy. It is a really, really nice, very good first impressions on the Omnibus base, that's for sure. And I put about as much soap as I usually do, so I could probably put actually a little bit less soap in there. All right. Anyways, I also saw the RazoRock just dropped some new Mambas. If you are interested in the Mamba, those dropped, I think, yesterday, both the 0.058 and the 0.7. So I grabbed both those. So I'll tell you, for 100% stainless steel razor though, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the RazoRock razors in terms of quality and price point. You're gonna pay 60 to 70 bucks, somewhere around there, for, I think the Lupo is slightly more expensive than the Gamechanger. I don't think any of them are more than 80 bucks, but you're getting a really, really high quality razor, 100% stainless steel for that price. Yeah, I'm still not getting a ton of blade feel out of the Lupo. There are some design features that I like better with the Lupo, and I'll go over those. I've probably mentioned them before on my channel using this razor, but I'll kind of go over that when I do a side-by-side. I have a little bit more time. All right, rinse the face here and we'll get done. I'm gonna get my daughter to school. Ooh, I got some on the ear. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the shave. I definitely enjoy, I'm gonna get the plastic off the lid here. But I definitely like the scent on the Fougere Angelique. It's fantastic. All right. Smells good on the splash. I feel like the citrus that I pick up off the citrus that I'm picking up off the soap is a little more subdued in the splash. Maybe you get a little bit more of that base in there, but really well-rounded, excellent scent on this. Very impressed with my first use of the Omnibus base. And like I said, I think the Lupo is still a pretty mild razor. I might say that it's slightly more blade feel than the Gamechanger 0.84, but slight in my opinion. But there are some design features that I like better about the Lupo. But again, I'll do a side-by-side shave, hopefully on my next shave, and I'll break the razors down and kind of go over the design differences that I like better about the Lupo over the Gamechanger. So thanks for tuning in to today's quick shave, folks, and we'll see you soon on the channel.